Hi, my name is Doria Brown. I'm the Energy Manager from Nashua, New Hampshire. I'm here to talk to you all a little bit about Nashua's sustainability goals when it comes to climate change and energy reduction. Nashua has been a leader in climate change and energy goals in New Hampshire since we enacted our 100% renewable energy goal by 2050 and our 20% reduction of greenhouse gases in our municipality by 2025. The city of Nashua is New Hampshire's second largest city with 87,000 residents. Our sustainability journey starts in 2017 when the city established an Environment and Energy Committee to research and recommend climate goals for the city. This committee is made up of a lot of members. You have one representative from the Board of Aldermen, you have 3 representatives from the community, 3 representatives from businesses, and a couple staffers. It's the diversity in this committee that allowed us to come up with sustainable, obtainable goals for our community. After the Environment and Energy Committee researched and suggested goals for the city, the Board of Aldermen adopted them in 2018. These goals were beyond the state's recommended goals when they empowered communities to start Environment and Energy Committees. The city did this because we wanted to be aggressive on reducing our carbon footprint and combating climate change, as we don't have much time left to do something for the environment before our harm is irreparable to the planet. These are not all the goals that the Environment and Energy Committee suggested to the Board of Aldermen and were adopted. These are 6 big ones that I wanted to hit on today. The first goal is to have 100% renewable energy as a community by 2050. This would require us to get all of our energy from renewable resources or purchase carbon offsets. The second goal is to invest in renewable energy resources. This goes hand in hand with our first goal, as we need renewable energy resources to be 100% renewable energy by 2050. The third goal was to hire an energy manager to manage the city's energy portfolio, renewable energy projects, and energy efficiency projects. The fourth goal is to reduce municipal emissions by 20% by 2025. The fifth goal was to purchase alternative fuel public transit vehicles. This goal complements reducing municipal emissions by 20% by 2025 because our public transit vehicles account for 7% of our city's municipal emissions. Our sixth and final goal that I wanted to talk about was the implementation of a bike share program in the city. This goal has a different flavor than the others because, yes, it's reducing carbon emissions from cars on our streets, but it's also helping with public health because it's getting people out on bikes. For a long time, the city of Nashua has recognized that owning our own renewable energy resources helps us maintain our renewable energy portfolio as well as control the price of electricity in our community. In 2018, we went from having 0 rooftop solar arrays owned by the city to having 5 city installations in 2020. Those installations generate about 4 megawatt hours of electricity per year. For a long time, the city of Nashua has been investing in hydroelectric power. The city owns and maintains 2 hydroelectric dams, which can generate about 14,000 megawatt hours per year. Believe it or not, that's actually enough energy to power all of our municipal buildings and our school buildings for the entire year. Unfortunately, we are not able to account that because net metering laws prohibit that currently. Electricity accounts for 37% of our city's municipal greenhouse gas emissions. If we were able to account our hydroelectric dams for our power, we would meet our 20% reduction goal by 2025 overnight. Transportation is a big part of our carbon emissions as a city. I do not currently have carbon emissions for our whole entire community because I'm still working on BMT data. But what I can tell you is that city municipal vehicles generate 4,198.25 tons of carbon equivalents per year in our 2016 baseline analysis. To decrease those emissions, we have purchased hybrid electric buses for public transportation. We were able to come up with the funds for these buses through federal low-no grants, which made these buses possible. These hybrid electric buses actually reduce our carbon emissions in our public transportation sector by 29%. To reiterate, our public transportation sector accounts for 7% of our city's municipal carbon emissions. To sum it up, the city of Nashua is on an ever-evolving journey when it comes to greenhouse gas emissions reduction. Science and technology is forever changing, and we are hoping to take advantage of some price reductions as this technology becomes more common. The city of Nashua is a proud part of New Hampshire, and we're excited to see all the changes that our state is making as we all continue on our journey to reduce our carbon emissions. One goal that we have as a city that would help the entire southern New Hampshire area reduce their carbon emissions is to see high-speed rail go from Nashua to Boston.